Hi, my name's Lisle Richards. Can you guys, I'm a little bit taller. Can you guys still hear me? Or do I have to spend my introduction? My name's Lisle Richards, and I own a company called The Metric. The Metric is a hospitality company. We operate within the food and beverage sphere. And it was funny because when Wendy first asked me to speak, I was like, you know I'm not in fashion, right? And she was like, yeah, but I think that you have a perspective on what fashion is and have a perspective more specifically about what luxury is. And I'll go into kind of what like my offerings are and have been over the past 7 years that I've owned my company. You sure you guys can hear me?
Yes,
I heard you, okay, great.
I'm also not in fashion, although people think that.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm a straight architect, so.
Okay, perfect, exactly. So, you know, luxury, you know, and so I sat and I wanted to define kind of what luxury is to me. You know, I kind of, when I did my slideshow, I just wanted to say a quick aside, I also have a specific love for Dominique Devereaux. So you heard my loud guffaw from the third row. And I also forced my chef to put duck à l'orange on my first menu. That's luxury. So I hear you. Same. Me too. No, so I wanted to just kind of go through, like my journey of luxury is actually what my journey of my career is and the projects that I have worked on. And it's kind of a unique perspective because it kind of taps into everything everybody's been talking about, you know. The funny thing about luxury for me, and I'll speak about this one specifically. This is a nightclub that I opened. I opened it about 7 years ago. It's called Lisle. It's very gold right now. But it is actually literally gold. And you know what we spoke to, it's designed by Roman and Williams, the same guys that did Standard and Boom Short and Ace Hotel and a lot of other projects. But we opened it in 2000, I think 2013 or 2014. And like to me that was the definition of luxury. We went in and we said, we just want something opulent. And it was after the crash and everyone was really needing something that was over the top. Right? People really wanted to connect to that feeling of opulence, something extravagant, something extraneous, and something unnecessary, right? And for me, that's what the definition of luxury was, right? And somewhat still is. It's something I don't need, but it's something that I want, and I want to feel good. I want to connect to it. I want the large house in the suburbs. So, you know, as a personal journey, right, within my career, I created this nightclub. And you know, I'm what they call fashion adjacent. That's what my term is, I believe, in the fashion community. I go to all of the shows, I go to all of the parties, I throw a lot of the parties, but I'm not actually fashion. So I started here, right, and this journey I think was a really incredible learning experience as to how people like to live opulently. You know, this project, which is one of my largest projects, is the Wayfarer. It's in Midtown. It's on the corner of 57th and 6th Avenue. It's a 3-meal period breakfast, lunch, and dinner restaurant. You know, this is funny because it is also like a high-end experience, is the way we like to call it, but it's accessible. And you know, I think you know, you spoke to it so beautifully, and you were inspirational. Thank you very much. You know, for me, the concept of luxury is something that is aspirational, right? And it's tough because we toy as professionals within the luxury sphere of being exclusive and inclusive. And I think that for me, the way to communicate luxury is to speak about how you can access it. And I think that today, and I'll speak about social media, I'll run through my other projects, but today I believe listening to customers about what they want and what they need and tailoring it to their experience is I think what one of the truest definitions of luxury is, which is communicating. This is Cola House. Cola House was kind of the new part of the journey. Cola House is a collaboration, or was a collaboration with Pepsi. We did that because they came to us because we were kind of the Goldilocks of food and beverage. We had a nightclub and we had a restaurant, and we were somewhere in between. And that was a performance based. They wanted to speak to consumers. They actually wanted to speak to consumers, and more importantly, what I thought was very important, why I did a contract with them, why I did the deal with them, is they wanted to listen to consumers. They wanted to hear, right, what the nucleus of New York was saying, right, about what active culture was. So they wanted to create a space where they could celebrate art, media, fashion, and film within one space. And so we created a couple of houses and did that for about 3 years. It was very successful. What I really want to talk about today, and this is actually this is also so bright, and I apologize that it's so bright. What I really want to talk about today, and I'm just going to read this to you guys, because we took a long time actually discussing, what matters to a consumer and what matters to us, right? And it matters so much that we put it on the wall of our newest concept. This is a concept created. It's actually fast casual. Bringing it back. You and I have so many parallels. This is fast casual. It's like Burger King, but healthy. Things that matter. Things that matter. Being yourself. Animals. Calling your mother. Random acts of kindness. Dreaming. Believing in something. Recycling. Beauty sleep. No phones at the table. Working hard. Saving your planet. Being nice to people. Petting a happy dog. Eating your vegetables. Please and thank yous. Listening more than talking. And doing what you love. Our everyday choices matter. It takes a village. So this concept is called the Village Den. It's actually a co-launch for us. So here it's in partnership with NT Veracity, Where I. It's been a project that I've been working on for a long time. And it's funny because the price point is between $10 and $20. And I believe that luxury doesn't have to be defined by a price point. I think luxury is defined by choice, and it's an outlook, right? It's a lifestyle. And it's funny that Kay spoke to like the high end and the low end, right? The accessible and the exclusive that she's wearing. Because what I believe is that people make everyday choices to live a certain way, right? And the moment that you make a choice as to how you live, that's defined as a piece of luxury. So that's my stance. Oh, do I have one more? Oh, Cuba.
Yes.
I forgot all about that. Thank you very much. I'm doing a lot of traveling, and I almost forgot about that because I got so excited about Village Den. I think when talking to consumers, you have to be able to offer a unique perspective. We're doing a lot of travel to Cuba, and this is specifically why I mentioned it. Not because of Cuba specifically, but because it goes back to the lifestyle, the way that people choose to live their life. And it's funny because when you go to Cuba, right, you don't stay in the best hotels. You also don't eat the best food. But the experience, okay, you eat the worst food, to be clear. Thank you, you're right. And it's not a luxury experience, but it is because it's a true experience. And I find that when I, as a business owner, listen to what people are saying to me about what they need and what they want, and I give them exactly what they want, I do the best, right? I make the most money, and it's funny because I have a perspective on money that's gained through failures and through and successes in business, and it is that money itself is the byproduct of listening to your consumer, right? It's not making the right product, it's actually listening to the consumer and giving them what they need, right? Because it's a relationship with customers, and understanding what that means yields you the money. But the money is the byproduct. The actual creation of the community of what your product is the actual important thing that you go to work for every day. So I mentioned Cuba because people are searching for an authentic experience. When social media came out, it was about documenting what people did on a daily basis. And now personal brands are so clear on how you want to communicate, right? Your silhouette, right? The food that you eat, the place that you go, the chocolate matcha of the day. And people, I think, have this image of fatigue. right? They have this fatigue of like the same image in a different place over and over again, that vlogger moment, right, that has happened every day. And, you know, what I search for as a businessman is being able to communicate authentic experience, right? And I believe that people want to get back to what that means. And if we can go and we can meet them where that is, if it's Cuba, right? If it's a fast casual restaurant, if it's a $10,000 gown, the actual product itself has to tell an authentic story, and then people will respond to it. Because if I tell an authentic story that means something to me, people will resonate that it's actually a real story rather than something that's been processed on social media. So thanks for letting me share.
Thank you, Lana. Next up is Marie Lisle.